ranting. Okay. How about that? Is she working now? Alright, it's Al Trucker here. I'm ranting. I'm raving. The world is fucking crazy. There I am. Crystal, it's good to see you. Hey, Top. There's Top Tester. Yep, Al Trucker is on the road. So I guess everything I said before was fucking muted. So there you go. All right, well here I am. I'm in my truck. I got the foam bubbles. I usually use those just so that people don't try to like check out my junk while I'm changing my underwear. But today I'm using it to keep the fucking sun out of this truck. This morning when I was unloading, it was 8 degrees Celsius, and now it is something insane like 29 degrees Celsius. And I only drove I drove a long time. I mean, I drove my whole fucking shift with the load and unload. I worked the whole shift today, but I'm up north. Um, I'm up in northern Ontario, but I mean, really, it's not that far north. It's still like, whatever, heat dome, yeah. So the thing is, I was like over by Minnesota this morning unloading, and it was actually pretty cool. It was pretty nice. And then as I got down into the Great Lakes area, like back by Lake Superior, it made a huge difference. The temperature was already going up. Like when I dropped off my second load, I was maybe another 2 hours, 2.5 hours closer back to T-Bay, which is the general neighborhood I'm in right now. And yeah, it was hot. It was hot as I got here, and then when I got out of the truck, it was like a sauna. But it was so nice this morning getting unloaded at 8 degrees. But it's been a long fucking time, Crystal, let me tell you. Al Trucker has been a tired mofo, I can tell you that. I have wanted to stream. Like, there's a lot of weekends I come home and I want to stream. This particular day, I did a reset and then left Saturday on a 4-day run. So I'm hoping to get home tomorrow night. If not, I'll get home Wednesday morning. They were going to send me to grab another piece of equipment that's not ready. That was going to be another 7-hour run to get there before I could turn around and start heading back this way. So like, I'm not upset about it, because that was gonna make my day suck. So my truck broke down. My trailer blew a wet line. I'm in Gather. Oh, you know what, Crystal? I don't know how to go to Gather, but yeah, we should go have a chat there sometime. I'm really bad at doing that, but yeah, I should do that. So, yeah, Crystal, send me a message on Discord about how to get back into Gather and what I need to do. Because I think it's over at Bundy's Ranch or something like that. I'm pretty sure. Is that what Jay calls his place? I have a gather space. I call it Al Trucker's Cab, or cabin, but it's my cab. Everybody's welcome to my cab, right? So here I am. I've been busy working. I've worked a lot of extra hours to try and like get straight with the world. It's a big job. It's a big job. Being off last year like really fucked me up. Um, so I don't know what this looks like. I mean, I just see a crazy man with a beard. And like my beard, I forgot to bring my beard brush, so this is just what my beard looks like coming out of the shower. I had grease on me that was just fucking brutal. I took pictures, but they're probably not safe for YouTube because like I'm just wearing my underwear, and you know, I don't have the body type to make money on that, so I'm not gonna. All right, Tori, how are you doing? Yeah, coming in good. Coming in good. I don't know. Does that mean like like the sound's good? Okay, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. You know what I love is that there's a dollar sign on my fucking thing here. I don't know if that's so I can donate money to myself. I'm not monetized that I'm aware of, but I'm thinking about doing it. I'm thinking about. I don't know if OnlyFans any good. You're doing. All right. Well, Tori promised me that in 2 weeks she gets to take a vacation. Um, I do not get to take a vacation, so but it's good to see you, Tori. I do not get to take a vacation. I'm taking a holiday weekend off this coming weekend. So like at the end of the day, Friday, that's the end of my week. But I got to take a bit of time off on Wednesday. And the way my truck's going, I might be leaving it with my boss for a day anyway. So we'll see. The other thing is I want to drive by my place on the way home because it's way easier to pull the truck into my own driveway and load and unload the cab and then take the stuff back rather than like shoving it into my pickup truck and driving it home. Don't tell anybody I'm drinking the Diet Dr. Pepper. I've been off the soda or the pop or the Cokes for a while, and I'm not starting to drink them again. I've just been having a few of them while I'm on the road, just to like keep caffeine like really easy to get. I also have like my cab's a mess, but I don't know if you can see that. I got a coffee maker over in the passenger seat, so I've been making coffee on the road, saving a few bucks, and it's better coffee too, eh? So I originally was going to come on and start talking about all the crazy shit going on in the world, and honestly, I'd like to talk about some of the crazy shit going on in the world. But I also wanted to tell people about something that just came across my feed, and there's a lot of reasons behind. Hey, Dave, good to see you, Dave. All hail Bigfoot, the Squatch. I've been mistook for a Squatch a time or two. I tell you that. So a thing came across my LinkedIn feed. Many of you know that I'm an advocate for people like myself that live in bodies of size, um, people that live with obesity, and a friend and colleague of mine in an organization I work with posted a video that I'm not going to show the video. I don't want to give this person any more airtime. And also, I'm not even sure I could, but I know there's a way to do it from here. What I want to say is, a woman was really despicably awful to somebody, and is charged with assault. But she was verbally and physically abusive to a woman for being in a larger body. Hello, Robin. Good to see you. Robin will recognize my surroundings, I'm sure. It's good to see you, Robin. I'm glad to see that. I'm able to bring the milk truck driver to the yard. Hey, the trusty ape is here. Good to see you too. Yeah, I'm doing this live stream, so is he buffering? Am I buffering? I might be. I don't know. I'm on internet on a cell phone. And I'm in Canada, eh? So we only got what we got. I don't know if I gotta charge up the phone. It's got enough battery for now. I'll charge it up soon. So I just wanted to say that there's a lot of things to be upset about in the world. There's a lot of things to complain about, and a lot of people have worse situations than I do. I'm really not the only one living with difficulties by a long shot. And some people say don't even complain if if somebody has it worse than you. Well, I don't think that's the way that ought to work. I'm gonna try this button and see what happens. Okay, there's gonna be a chat overlay. I don't know what the fuck. No, I'm not doing that. Can I go back to where I was? No. Okay. Done. Okay. I hit a button by mistake. Sorry, that probably fucked it right up. And it says I lost viewers, so obviously I shouldn't have done that. So here's it from Al. I'm just gonna say a bunch of shit. I'm not gonna do a long one tonight because I'm tired. I'm gonna get some rest. But I am gonna say, as rough as things are for everyone, I think the best thing we can do is spread kindness. So when I saw this thing where somebody was just absolutely ripping into somebody for living in a larger body, that pissed me off big time. Hey, Majestic P. Beck, it's good to see you. Thanks for coming by. So I'm just gonna say, um, been on the road. I've been listening to a lot of stuff to try and pass the time, and I've decided to turn off the news because I'm getting a little bit sick of hearing all the bad news. But I've heard a lot of the news. There's a lot of shitty stuff happening, and I've done this before. I've put myself on like a news diet where I like just don't pay attention for like weeks or even months at a time and just turn it off. But the age of social media, like YouTube, like will decide, hey, like show you a headline, like try to drag you into this shit, right? And that's a thing that's gonna happen. You can't change that. Nobody can change that, right? So you can turn the AC down a little bit and not be quite as chill. So, but yeah, I know what's going on, right? There's a bunch of political shenanigans going on in the world. There's a bunch of war shenanigans going on in the world, and the shenanigans, putting it down, downplaying it, making it not such a big fucking deal. Well, maybe. But I was talking to a friend earlier on the phone about like what's going on in the world, what's gonna happen. Like, should we be worried? Our bomb's gonna fly, right? And yeah, we could worry about that shit. We could worry about that all day, every day. But you know what? I'm gonna do what I did today and yesterday. I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna put my pants and boots on. I'm gonna get to fucking work, and I'm gonna do that until I can afford to retire for real, instead of just retiring from one job to do another job, something like that. But I'm gonna try to spread. I'm gonna try to spread kindness. I could complain about all like the ridiculous bullshit that goes on with people playing with other people's lives, never putting their own fucking balls on the line. Yeah. Hey Andrew, how's it going? Good to see you. I think I owe you a text message or two. I know you checked in with me recently, and I'm not good at staying in touch. When I'm on the road, and especially some of the back roads, like they're not even back roads. Like some of them are, but some of the highways here, like the main highways, are just not cell friendly. They're definitely not mobile internet friendly. But I'm in a center that has like signal. I have 5G, 3 bars. That's pretty freaking good for up north here. And I was at a conference earlier in June, I guess. I don't know what day it is in June. It's the 23rd, maybe. So I'm gonna say like 2 weeks ago. I was at a conference. I got to meet new people. I got to see and re-meet people I already know, and I got to meet some people that I sort of knew from online stuff. But I got to go to a conference where people like myself who live with obesity got together to have a conversation, to talk about how to make health better for people, like in a real meaningful way. And I realized that when I was there, like there's just this positive energy. There's a few people sharing some negative stories, including myself. And that's got to be done, right? You can't not have these conversations and avoid the negative. But what I always come out of these conferences, just like I meet people that are people like myself, like other patient partners, or advocates, patient advocates, they sometimes call us. We're a lot of things. And there's a whole lot of fucking positivity comes out of that. You walk in, you see people you give them a great big hug. Whether they're a patient or a doctor or a dietitian or a social worker or occupational therapist, there's just all sorts of healthcare professionals come to these things, and they get, credit for learning. They move their careers along, and it's pretty fucking good, right? The OC conference. Oh, thanks, Crystal. Thanks for posting that there. Yeah, that's from a conference I did April, I'm gonna say. I think that's the one, Crystal. So that one. I don't know how good the audio is on that one. I don't know if anybody recorded me at the one I did. I know it was broadcast like a thing you could do as like a virtual conference. I have no idea how that worked. I know it was free. Sometimes that organization is called Obesity Matters to put that on. So I'm now working with three organizations: Obesity Canada, that's the OC in that link. Obesity Matters, which has been a newer one I started working with, or new to me. They've been around for a while. It's full of great people that just do really amazing work, and also DAC, which is Diabetes Action Canada, and Diabetes Canada too, in conjunction with, a lot of times it's a Diabetes Canada thing that I'm at, that I'm there with DAC. Um, it's kind of a weird combo. So yeah, that's four organizations technically I'm working with, and I've been having a great time doing it. It's really, really rewarding to me and very positive to me to share with other people, whether I'm sharing a positive or a negative experience. Like, people bring each other up, and I can't do anything about the fact that, like I say, there's a bunch of dickless old men pretending to be warmongers and playing with other people's lives, playing with their fucking sandbox toys and whatever, and being just absolutely total fucking assholes. I can worry about that all day long, complain about it all day long, but at the bottom line is, I like to spread positivity to other people, and warfare sucks. Warfare of, like, the real sort of, like, bombs and tanks and fucking guns and killing people and blowing them up with landmines and IEDs and all this bullshit, that fucking sucks. And the other warfare that goes on in politics sucks. That stuff's gotta fucking end. I wish it would fucking get just plowed into the fucking ground and left there to die and rot. But a lot of people want to have a lot of distractions. It's just fucking brutal. And I've become cynical in my old age about a lot of things, but the world is what it is. As one man, as big as I am, as strong as I am, I can only do so much. I can wake up every day, I can work my ass off, I can try to get enough money to keep my family kept in a reasonable manner, you know. It's a tough slog, you know. And maybe what I consider reasonable is too much. Maybe I don't have reasonable expectations of what I should get from life. But you know what? I have an amazing wife. I have an amazing two kids. I have learned so much from them, and I have so much love from them, so much support. My wife and my daughter, when they found out I had to go to town for 4 days, packed me up a bunch of food. I just ate it. Another one of the meals they made me. They cut me up fresh fruit. They made me like 3 or 4 homemade meals. They found me a couple of frozen meals, just to make sure I didn't run out of food. My daughter made me sandwiches. I ate the last of those this morning. And I want to be appreciative of the people in my life, the great people in my day-to-day life. I just want to say, my buddy Dr. Tapp, his brother got married. He went away, but he called me a couple of times already just to say hi and just hang out on the phone and chat, like on a Discord chat, because, like, I mean, the phone would be insanely expensive. I did that once by mistake. I called him on his phone, and it cost me a fucking fortune. It's hilarious. It's a hilarious story, and so yeah, he's like off in like Scotland or England or some fucking place like that. But he called me up and just had a chat. And you guys come here, right? I do a stream. I haven't done a stream in, like, I figure, like, a month or so, maybe more. I don't fucking know. And people come and they say hi, and I fucking love it. I really appreciate it. I love the fact that we have a great community. And sometimes I'm listening into people's shows. I was actually able to listen to most of BSS last night. I had signal. I was amazed that it existed. I was like, Tap called me, and then he's like, "Oh, I gotta go because I'm gonna be on BSS." They got out of the wedding in time. He He told me the night before that he was going to get so drunk he was going to be passed out, and there was no way BSS was going to happen, or that anyone would hear from him at all yesterday. But then he fucking showed up, and those are fun moments. I've always said BSS, Maya's channel, the Maya Atkinson channel. Sometimes she'll do something really fucking serious, and she does a lot of serious conversations with people about some serious fucking shit, and that's awesome. But I also love BSS, where it's just like, here is some fucking hot bullshit, and we're gonna laugh at it, we're gonna make fun of it, and we're gonna have a great fucking time. And last night, a couple of I'll say OG BSS friends were on. Bree, Hiveside Bree, and also from Transpositions was on officially as the co-host, because Tap was a guest last night, and Doc Dino, and both of them are great. And I do want to say Doc Dino is trying to raise money. I don't have his link. I don't. If Crystal's still around, she probably does have his link or their link. Doc Dino's amazing. Oh, you got Bree's link there. I can see that. Hey, Andrew, what are you saying here? But it's finally started posting your channel. Okay, well, Andrew, I gotta make sure I catch up with your channel. I feel like I have it, but I may have to look it up. I may have to. Yeah, he wore a suit, for fuck's sake. Yeah, he was wearing that suit because he was at a fucking wedding. That was him. That was him drunk with his other soon-to-be sister-in-law. That's his other brother's fiance. Was on. I think her name is Emily. Yeah, Emily. Right. Oh, thanks, Crystal. You're amazing. I did not write a good enough song for Crystal. I gotta do another one. Transpositions, yeah, that's another Brie one. And yeah, so Doc Dino's doing a fundraiser to get a new car because Doc Dino needs his car. They go. Where does Doc go? I don't want to like dox them. They're Doc Dino is out in the fucking what do the Aussies call it? Like Walla. Buttfuck nowhere. Anyway, he's out in the middle of one of the northern prairie states. How about that? And he's looking for dinosaur fossils, dinosaur remains, other prehistoric remains that are out there. Yeah, out in the sticks. Out in the sticks. That's right, Beck. Somewhere between Saskatoon and Whitehorse. I actually don't know. Like, I'm pretty sure I know what state they're in, but I don't want to dox them. So Doc Dino needs money for a car, and I was talking to Doc about like how to find a good car and stuff. So yeah, with Dino Games previewing various. Yeah, absolutely, Andrew. That's right. Oh, you got the GoFundMe, Crystal. Crystal's amazing. Crystal, I don't know why. Like, I don't know if you've still been sending your little musical interludes on the water out on your YouTube channel, but like, I'm not getting them anymore. They're not like, I don't know if you're doing them every day and YouTube is just fucking hiding them from me, but they're great. And Crystal is, I don't know what that little logo is you just put there. Is that a heart? My eyes don't fucking work anymore. My eyes can see the road clear as crystal. Yeah, damn straight. Oh, your boat is oh fuck, Crystal, that's terrible. Yeah, remember your boat got kind of wrecked by like a monsoon or something, right? And Andrew says, paleontology was a love of mine growing up. Crystal, if you ever come up here and I get my dad's old boat fixed, we'll take you out on the water and bring your husband too. We'll do some fishing up here. Actually, like as I was driving here, there was a guy like just running down to like just to like the river, like just by the side of the road. He parked his pickup truck in a ditch and just like he was putting on his waders and getting his fly equipment. Victoria, I am Victoria. Lot of Canucks in the chat tonight, eh? Looks like it's a Canadian meeting here. Oh, PC's on her dirt bike. I love the idea of dirt biking. I have like a real motorcycle, like a road motorcycle. And I want, like, I've done some offer, like, I've rented, like, an ADV motorcycle, and I really want to get one. I did, when I was in Colorado, I rented one and did some of the dirt roads and stuff, and I love it. I fucking love it. And I could see having a dirt bike. I wish my son was more into stuff like that. He would probably love it, but he'd be scared to start it. That's the problem. He would be good at it, but he's very hesitant to try stuff like that where he thinks he might like hurt himself. But it's probably a good thing. I was a little bit more reserved as a kid too, in some ways. Um, but yeah, I definitely hurt myself a few times doing stupid shit. But yeah, dirt bikes. Like when I was when I was a young teen, late like my adolescence, I subscribed to the motocross magazine because I loved dirt bikes and motocross, and it was on like TV like not very often. Like for like 2 months, they'd play like old motocross and supercross races, and I thought it was fucking amazing. And like that, it was a little bit past my time, but I've watched a bunch of this. Nitro Circus. So like they kind of hit like off of my youth. Like I would have loved Nitro Circus like when I was like 14. But I think I found it when I was like 37. So you know. We got people saying cool stuff. Victoria's here. Everybody said hello. Majestic Beck says canacentric. Oh, hey, look, I can show them on stage. Okay, awesome. And I don't know how to take them off of stage. Always get back on. Show it. Here we go. Yeah, you know what? I agree, Crystal. Whether it's dirt bike or any other thing that you ride, it's a great thing. Darwin Award seeking suicide machine as a kid. Yeah. Hey, you know what? Beck, you're right. Falling off the back of many dirt bikes as a teen. Top, why the back? Why what do you mean the back? Do you mean like you didn't do an endo and flip over the handlebars? Or do you mean like you were with other people and just like fell off? Like, because you were like the pillion passenger. Do they do pillions in a dirt bike? I guess you could. I mean, I've seen people do that. Hill climbing, yes. Oh, fuck. Have you done did you do like those like super like kamikaze hill climbs where you have to have a bike where like you sit in the middle of the bike and the rear wheel's behind you and it's just for climbing hills? Those look fucking awesome. I also have seen like people try to do hill climbs with Jeeps and stuff like that are just like they bought it at the fucking store and run it over to the fucking dunes and they fucking flip their car over backwards because they have no fucking clue how gravity works. Off the back is down. Yeah, well, yeah, you'd be going down. You'd be going down for sure, eh? I mean, I've definitely had some runs as a heavy hauler climbing some steep grades, steep gravel grades with a big hoe on the back. I tell you, that's a fucking hill climb. And yeah, you want to talk about low on an 18? I biked over 1.5 million kilometers over the years now. I can't go around the block, says Beck. Oh fuck. Well, I've never. You know what? I've never counted how many miles I've done on a motorcycle. Definitely not 1.5 million kilometers on a motorcycle. I definitely have millions of kilometers in a truck. Between driving in like just commercial pickup trucks, towing trailers and shit for my construction business, I would have had a lot of fucking miles on. You know what? I probably don't even have 500,000 kilometers in a transport truck yet. But I'm getting there. The thing is with heavy haul, you don't put in a lot of kilometers. You put in a lot of hours. You do a lot of fucking stuff. On a bicycle, yeah. I tell you, that is a lot of fucking miles. You know what? I used to love riding a bicycle, and I still would enjoy it. I might be a little out of shape for it. Barely broke in. Yeah, as a truck driver, I am barely broke in, right? Like I started. This is my second career, right? So, I started this like 4 years ago, a little over 4 years ago, 4.5. I don't fucking know. Yeah, I guess not like a 4.5 years of trucking, maybe. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm at 4.5 years of trucking. Put on a little more than 100,000 kilometers per year, probably in the transport truck. So yeah, like probably like 450,000 kilometers, something like that. So not very many, but like I hauled. If we went by tonnage, I probably hauled more than a lot of other truckers. But you know, it is what it is. Oh, Tori's sister was out screwing around. Here we go. Many moons ago, my sister was out screwing around with some friends of hers, riding either dirt bikes or four wheelers or something like. She fell off, got a massive hematoma from her armpit to her ass. Well, I'm glad I read that. Um, and yeah, yeah, and majestic back spring, and I'm trucking. I mean, nobody wants to hear me sing. Um, most of the cats that you meet on the street speak of true love. Um, you get tired of traveling and you want to settle down. Is that how that song goes? I do. I'm not a Deadhead per se, but I'm a fan of the Grateful Dead. I'm a fan. The truck stop that I love going to here in this little town just paved their parking lot. So like I can't even. There's not even real fucking parking, and people are coming in here wondering what the fuck's going on. But I just parked next to a ditch out by the like out of the way of everybody because like I ain't fucking driving anymore. I'm out of fucking hours, and I went and had a shower here after I started the fucking truck by I MacGyvered a fucking wire to start the truck back up again because I had help to start it when it died on me out at fucking Fort Francis there. She got a motorcycle now and everything, pretty cool. Still rose out. Yeah, she healed. Yeah, well, you know what? A hematoma, like all the way down to your ass from your armpit, that would be a pretty fucking wild thing. My dad had a bad accident in a transport truck many years ago, and he came home and his um his leg went into the shifter um as he like went flying off of the road or something, and yeah, yeah, I think like he got like his leg was pretty much black and blue from the knee all the way up to the hip, from what I remember. Um, After that accident, and he was in even worse shape when he had a stroke behind the wheel. That was before he died, of course, but not right before he died. He didn't. He died of cancer, not the stroke. But because of the stroke and all that, we didn't know he had cancer because we didn't know what the symptoms were from. Anyway, what did Andrew say here? I'm very confused. Anyway, I'm showing this on. You know what? She's got a motorcycle and everything is pretty cool. I mean, having a motorcycle is pretty cool. I'm a big fan. This one I don't understand. Andrew may have to explain himself here. Um, a fun visual. I think you could pull it off. Okay, I don't know what. I'm just confused. You know. Oh, it's Jedi here. May the Force be with you. Yes. Good evening, Padawans. Good evening. I'm like I wasn't planning on having a thing here, you know, but I just fucking did it. I've wanted to do this for so long. I've come home on a Friday night and been like, yeah, I'm gonna have a shower and I'm gonna put on my track pants and my t-shirt and get rid of this greasy shit, and then I'm gonna like do a fucking stream, and then I fucking forget, or I get tired, or I just sit down and start eating or whatever, and then I just tell my wife, hey, I'm passing out. I'm just gonna pass out in bed. I'll see you in the morning if I make it that far. Yes, it's good to see you. I originally read that as a workout, but okay. Majestic back. I did a crazy wipeout on my motorcycle and got rear-ended at 50 miles per hour by a fucking 18-wheeler. Did a 100-foot skid on my ass and broke a truck's bumper with my helmet. Well, that's pretty fucking talented there, Beck. Cheers. What did they say in the old country? Proust. I don't know. I mean, I'm part German and part Irish. I don't know. It's all a bunch of beer drinking. Yes, and we are glad you're still with us, Beck. That is fucking wild. I don't know. I've never really driven an 18-wheeler very much. Like I've moved those trailers around a couple of times. But like I often am driving a 36-wheeler or more. It depends on the day. Depends on the day. I drive a smaller truck than I used to. But this one's got more power, so I ain't gonna complain. Commander is here. Good to see you. Good to see you, Commander. I haven't been keeping in touch with Commander very well. Oh, Beck is also German and Irish. Well, how you doing? Commander, I haven't been keeping in touch with, and I think she's been trucking, but I could be wrong. I think the last time I saw a note from Commander, she was out on the road there somewhere, you know? But maybe I'm wrong. I get confused all the fucking time. Yeah, left-handed Jedi climb telephone poles for a living. Did you climb left-handed telephone poles? That's what I want to know. So I actually, where I work, we work with a company that makes telephone poles, and we haul them around sometimes. But by the luck of the draw, I've never had to do that. I've hauled a bunch of other stuff. And Newfie. Oh yeah, bye. Oh, how does that? I'm trying to remember how you speak Newfie. You say, how's your mother? How's your father? How's she going there, buddy? If the ocean was whiskey and I was a duck. Oh, there you go. If we have a new job, I have contingencies. I mean, that sounds painful, Commander. Oh, wait a second. No, contingencies. Contingencies doesn't mean. Look, I think I was confusing contingencies with hemorrhoids. Yeah, I have contingencies. Okay, well, that's good. I know, Commander, you were. Yeah, you had some kind of you had some sort of like a administrative issue. I remember at one of the jobs you had. I don't know. I tell you, Commander's had a rough go of it too. Yeah. I don't know if they do make a pill to help you with contingencies. Oh, thanks, Andrew. Yeah, somebody needs to get there on the old rim shot, right? You know, I don't know which is better, a rim job or a rim shot. It's hard to say. Yeah, I got in big trouble the other day. I don't know. I know I shouldn't tell this story, but I said I let my trucker's vocabulary get out there. Aunt Jer, how are you? Oh, Aunt Jer, I haven't seen you since the chat over at the place. The tossed salad. Oh yeah, you toss a few greens in there, give them a little toss there. You just whip them up with your tongue there. You know who's been tossing a lot of fucking salad is as long as we're gonna make fun of idiots. Uh, that's a weird segue, eh? But if we're gonna make fun of idiots on the internet, how about that Witless? I tell you, Austin Whitsitt, apparently he's back with a vengeance. He had an argument. Well, I don't. He had a pseudo debate with Jared. So for those of you that are flat Earth fans, and I'm not a fan of the flat. I'm not. Fuck, I sound like I'm drunk now. I think I caught something from Tap the other night. I don't. Can you catch a buzz over the phone? I don't know if you can. So yeah, Austin Whitsitt was having a debate with Jaren, and of course Jaren's still a problematic character in some regards, but Jaren went to the South Pole, not the South Pole, but Jaron went to Antarctica. Austin Whitsitt went to Antarctica. Jaron said, "Holy shit! There's a 24-hour sun. The Earth is a globe." But we probably never been to the moon, and maybe space is fake. I don't know. He kind of had a weird time there. But then, oh yeah, Flurftopia. Is that my song about, or is that my song list, Crystal, or is that the thing? I don't know. I don't know whether that's one of my Flurf things. It probably is. Crystal's like all over it. You know, here I am. I haven't fucking streamed in forever, and Crystal's modding like a mofo. And it's good to see everybody, and it's good to see you on Jer. Yeah, last time I talked to Aunt Jer, it was about, I don't know, computers and phones and shit. Jedi. I've been thinking about doing that, but everyone has been doing, so Dave Weiss is he's the one they call Dearth, right? Deep inside the rabbit hole. Oh yeah. PC's jacked. PC's jacked. I bet if PC posted a picture of herself what do you wear for like lifting? It's like the Gold's Gym tank top. If PC had one of those on, she'd be jacked. She'd have arms like Arnold. Bad with names. Creaky did one, and so did Bob the Science Guy did one. So like I think if I did one like making fun of Dave, but yeah, no, it's hilarious. He's yelling at Chat GPT every time it tells him the truth. And I think it is Dave. I think someone's got to clip that together with, instead of having Chat GPT answer him, they got to get Hal from the Space Odyssey, and just get like every time Dave says something stupid, I can't do that, Dave. She is the goat of moderators. That's why she's basically everyone's primary moderator. Yeah. Oh man. You know what? Like, do you know what? Like one of my hardest fucking things to deal with is the fact that I'm a mod, and I am part of a mod squad that is run by Maya, Aunt Jer, Titan Uranus, and Crystal, and Holly, to name a few. I think those are the main ones, right? And like I'm also a mod there. I was like, why the fuck is Al Trucker here? Like Al Trucker doesn't know anything about modding, but I am pretty good at like deciding whether what somebody said is just rude words or whether they're actually being a dick. And I think that's why they have me there. Also, I was really sick and I was able to be there. I also get to do watch the clowns talk. I don't know what the fuck that is. New job doesn't work out. Probably be going to take the rest of my money to get the. You're gonna work in a drone factory in Kharkiv. Do you mean Kyiv? Is it Kyiv, or am I might be mispronouncing it. I'm not very good at that there, Commander, but what is this? Which clowns? Which clowns do you mean? Like the fucking Flurfs? The Flurfkin? Jur and Titan taught you everything you know. Yeah, you're mod on Chris's channel. Oh yeah. I'm not a mod on Chris's channel because Chris doesn't like me. I have no idea. I get along with Chris fine. I'm never there anymore. His show is not on when I'm able to pay attention. It's not Kiev. It's Kharkiv. Kharkiv. Okay. Sounds good, Commander. I didn't even know they had drone factories there. But it makes sense, right? Titan, I do the last word, Crystal fell for it. Yeah. You know what? Crystal, I always say Crystal's the moddiest mod. Somebody good must be on because I lost all my viewers. Or it's because I said something funny about Chris. Chris and I get along fine. I'm never there to watch the show because my new job schedule is just fucked for that. Maya, how's it going? We were just talking about you. Well, we're talking about how hard it is to be a mod for your channel and be with like the mod squad. I'm honored, by the way, but I mean, I didn't say it just to brag. Like people know that I have a wrench on your channel, right? So I guess. Thank you, Maya. I appreciate it. Um, it's good to see it. Thank God for Crystal and Jur. Yeah, Aunt Jur is. I don't know if I've known Aunt Jur long enough to just call her Jur. Oh, my wife just reminded me. I'm here streaming for 45 fucking minutes, and I forgot to tell my wife that I'm park safe for the night. That's something you're supposed to do as a good husband, right? Oh yeah. So I get distracted by having a shower and trying to start my truck with Did I tell everybody that I had the MacGyver start my truck that involved vice grips, a wire, and a Leatherman? David, I was wrong. I saw it all on Simon and Dan. Yes, I was David, and I was wrong. I saw it on Simon and Dan. Yeah, but Dave Weiss has been lambasted by, I'm sure Simon and Dan, Creaky Blinder did it. I'm pretty sure. Anybody can call you Aunt Jur or Chair. It what? Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I am Victoria. That's right. I'm always impressed by the people that remember to put an @ symbol, and I guess on my computer it'll autofill or something, right? If there's another Ant or AJ in the chat, don't call me that. I get confused. All right. Yeah, AJ, AGS Junior is the only AJ I can think of. Is there another AJ? There's AR. Maybe one of my better ideas, letting Mrs. Trucker know that you're parked for the night. Yeah, Mrs. Trucker. I hope I can do that without making everybody go away. But I am gonna let her know. I am at a shower and parked. Got truck started again. All right. Okay, so I'm back here. Okay, did I disappear? Did I disappear? AJ? Oh, fuck yeah, AJ. I forgot about. Yeah, Waste to Human is also AJ. I forgot all about that. All right. We need electric self-driving trucks. I mean, you might need them. I don't. I drive this truck for a living, and where the fuck would I charge up a diesel truck? Oh, is Freddie Mercury? Freddie Mercury's dad's name is Jur. I did not know that. Hi, Total Tech, by the way. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to help you with electric self-driving trucks. Trucks with really, really good lane retention systems on big highways, sure. I think that will make driving less fatiguing. Total Tech, I don't think you understand what I do for a living, but I could not work at the warehouse. So one of the things that people may not understand is that there's a lot of freight that isn't just fucking freight. Tori, diesel still is cheaper because it's more efficient. So even when you pay more per liter, you still get more energy per liter anyway. So yeah, so I don't do warehouse type trucking. I think Commander does, and Robin was here earlier, and I know Robin does ag work. So I think Robin hauls raw milk and other stuff. You work at the hoe factory. I mean, I have actually hauled hose and other equipment from their assembly places a couple of times, but mostly I don't do that. Mostly I haul intact working ones for construction companies and stuff like that. The thing is, the work we do moving heavy equipment around and stuff like that involves a lot of going on and off roads and going into places that aren't roads, like places that haven't been built yet and stuff like that. So I think we're a long way from artificial intelligence taking that over. So, I don't fucking know. Um, but there are I've a couple of times I've been sent to go do that kind of work for people because like somebody needs to do it, and I just it's not my bag. But yeah, there's a lot of work in trucking that isn't just driving it down an interstate and backing it into a warehouse. And I do pretty much all the kinds of things that aren't like that. And the new job I have, if things are slow in what we do, doing construction equipment, we also move building materials. We move a lot of lumber and other shit like that. And I don't know. What's the other thing we fucking do? Oh yeah, like agriculture stuff. So we haul around like grain trailers and fertilizer and shit like that. And also that also requires like not a robot doing it. Like you have to be able to like do some pretty non-standard shit. I can see how like eventually if you want everything to be shipped by rail, like I mean that's really what you're saying, right? You want everything to be on a rail so that you don't need to deal with like variables. Um, so yeah. Oh, here we go. What is this now? Sorry, Andrew. I'm sucking at this. The hose are so cute when they get their first hauler. Yeah, yeah. I like to put a brand new fresh hole on my deck every once in a while. It's paint the lowercase and uppercase and it looks the same. Yeah. Gang nailed trusses and combine harvesters. So yeah. So I've hauled trusses very infrequently. Um, the company I work for has a contract to move a lot of like just lumber to lumber yards from the places that make the lumber from logs. So that's kind of how that works. You get like a truckload of lumber, and so every once in a while I do that, right? Harvesters. So you know what? I've never moved I've moved lots of tractors, and I've moved a few heads. So I put a few heads on my deck and move them for a harvester. But I have never that I can think of actually hauled the harvester tractor unit. Um, the fingers types fast. I stop myself. Yeah, well there you go. Yeah, you know what? Typos are fun. Typos are fun. Um, Yeah, and here this is what they're talking about. Al is crap. No, I think I get it. Andrew's saying AI is crap, and yeah, I mean I use a lot of AI to do like some of my artwork stuff and to get my songs sung because I mean you guys have heard me sing, right? It's pretty fucking bad. Holy shit, I've gone for almost an hour on my 10-minute stream, eh? West Fraser and Canfort. Yeah, Beck. I've definitely handled West Fraser. Um, there's other companies we haul for. Ladies don't seem to mind. Yeah, yeah. The lady, I don't know what they don't mind about, but PC's mind's in the gutter. And did I hear PC say that they're only 50? That's PC. I would have guessed was a lot younger than I am. I'm not quite 50. Hey, Holly, hell. No, see, here goes a guy. He's got a bucket. There's a cat engine. There's a bunch of tires going. This guy's hauling. This guy's hauling a nice little load on a step deck there. That was the two I remember from Home Depot. Yeah, yeah, we're around the same age, I think. Yeah. I think that's why Crystal and I get along, is we remember the same shit. Poly unbiblical dappelism hawk, yes. The Dapper Dino name system is you can always tell something clever has been said by someone on Dapper's stream. And I don't know, like Dapper Dino and I don't like we don't dislike each other or anything. We're just not friends. We don't know each other, right? But I watch their content fairly frequently, and yeah, like if you're not a Dapper Dino fan, go check out Dapper Dino's channel. I don't think they know who I am from a hole in the ground, and I don't know how this happens exactly, but somebody will say something really, really stupid. And that's the whole point of Dapper's channel, right? Like Dapper digs into like the really stupid apologists, right? Like the really, really stupid ones, like Kent Hovind and below. And some people might say Kent Hovind and above because you can't get lower than Kent Hovind. But I mean, I have been known to say that Kent Hovind is lower than the parasites that live in the rectum of the worm that eats the dung of the dung beetle. But some of them I think are even worse, you know? But, oh yeah, well, we're talking about how old we are. Lower than whale shit. Well, I mean, like, whale shit would be like, whale shit would be pretty far up the chain from the parasites living in the anus of the worm that eats the dung of the dung beetle. But you know that's pretty cool. And Jur, my dad used to work for NC Machinery. They're a distributor Caterpillar. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, Cat is like in Canada. It's like it's Tormont in Ontario and Quebec, and Finning in the West. I don't know. I think there used to be a separate East Coast one, but I think Tormont might have taken that over too. But Cat has a weird distributorship thing going on. I've hauled some brand new cats. Like I've delivered cats I've delivered some cat equipment like straight off of the dealer lot to a receiver. That's kind of a fun job, but it's also like really freaky because you like put pads on your chains because even though you're taking it to like a scrapyard, you protect the paint so that they scratch the paint. The original hauler, like it's the fucked up this thing because you try to like chain down a machine. If you're like moving a machine for that scrapyard, like the next day you might go move that same machine or another machine for them, and they just want you to do it fast and efficient, get it the fuck out of their yard and get it to either the repair shop or get it to their other yard. But when you deliver a brand new machine, you go to the dealership and you spend an hour and a half chaining it down, and you put pads under the chains so that all the paint ends up being in absolutely pristine condition. That's just what you do, and it's fucking beautiful. Oh, back used to be a diesel mechanic, so probably, and you rebuilt Cat. So I got a C15 in my current truck, and I've driven a few C15s. I've had the 3406E and it's 3406B in a couple of trucks that I've driven. Yeah. Oh, and Maya's show. I was talking about it earlier. Maya's show was off the chain last night, and I saw. Well, I didn't see. I listened to most of it because I was driving until it was over. I think, and then some. I think it was over. I think it ended, and I was still fucking driving to try and get where I was going last night. I just remember pulling into what I thought was a truck stop on the map, but it ended up just being a place you can get fuel around the back, and then you gotta like drive your transport truck around building, like, it was fucking brutal. There was just barely enough room to get my truck around. If I'd had an oversized load on, I wouldn't have been able to get in this fucking place. And I just parked in an abandoned parking lot. Go back to the beginning. No, Maya, I don't think it's worth doing. Zach, how's it going? Holly's internet is freaking out. All right, sorry, Holly. Maybe give it a few treats. And tell it it's okay. It's just lightning. Dragonosaurus, Maya show from last. Yeah, thanks for posting that, Crystal. Yeah, if you didn't catch the show last night, Tap was the guest. Bree was the co-host. Maya was the host with the most. The goddess of all goddesses. And yeah, and Maya, remind me to ask you if you are the goddess that tried to friend me on Discord, because somebody named the goddess tried to become my friend, and I don't know who the fuck it is. And I asked Tap who the fuck it is, and he didn't answer. So, and if Tap doesn't know the answer, that means the answer doesn't exist. And I don't know why I didn't just ask you on Discord, but you know, this is a stream of consciousness now. It started as a stream of me talking about fuck the bullshit and let's be kind and empathetic to one another, and now it's just something else. She who must be obeyed. Oh, thanks for tossing up a magnet there, PC. And when I was driving, listening to the show, I think I managed to like tap out a couple of comments, but I didn't do my usual like 19 comments, because I was, instead of being at home getting ready to go to sleep to start a Monday shift, I'd started my week on Saturday, so it's all fucked up. But yes, thank you for the magnets. Yesterday I drove past a thing called Magnet Creek, and I so wanted to pull over and take a picture and send it to Tap just to fucking fuck with them, but it never fucking happened. Yeah, the sun's finally setting here. It's an interesting thing about, like, as you move north, and as you move west, is that the sun sets way later. The Eastern time zone's fucking massive. I was actually like, so I don't know if people know that Ontario has 2 time zones. Like, I was in Ontario. I have not left my province. I had to drive for well over 20 hours. Not like 20 hours of travel time. I mean 20 hours of actual, like, rolling time to get to the place I was going with the load I was taking there. And that was just to get to the first drop, and then I had to, like, work my way backwards and drop more shit off. But the point of my story is, there's a Magnet Creek in Ontario, and Ontario has 2 time zones, Central. So I was in Central time zone. It was fucked up. And did I say hi to Zach? The sun's rising there. That makes sense. Well, the sun is, like, it hasn't quite set. I think it sets, here where I am, I think it sets around 10:20. And it's 22:03. So I think civil twilight started, but we haven't really, the sun hasn't really set here. He isn't really afraid of magnets. Social interaction is real fear. Yeah, well, Victoria, I mean, he's not afraid of magnets. He's an anti-magnetologist. It's also this, like, long-standing joke, and I, like, every once in a while I say, like, I just freak Tap out by saying, I have no idea what the magnet thing is. I just saw everyone else doing it, and I jumped in and started doing the same thing. Anyway, if you really wanna fuck with Tap, talk to him about monopoles. He fucking hates talking monopoles. We've all been misunderstanding. He's afraid of magnates. Magnates, yeah. And you're right on the fucking ball there. Can I post this? There we go. Look at that. I was thinking of doing one of those, like right from my YouTube app thing, but then it, like, is this weird thing, and people come in. Yeah. Oh, back. So, like, I've been there is this show on my channel where Tap and I talk about his work. But did he do that? Did he do the one where he tours the lab with me, or is that somewhere else? I don't know if I can remember. Anyway, Um, one of the things that Tap works with that I find hilariously well named is titanium sapphire lasers, and I feel like titanium sapphire is the name of like some crazy government conspiracy thing, right? The titanium sapphire project, something like that, you know. Um, I know I did a show with Vandy where he talked about fucking lasers and stuff. Not actually like sticking his dick into lasers. I mean, like fucking cool lasers. First part is that talking Magnus, then he interacts with it for inception and such. Oh, nice. Okay, this is okay. The Magnetic Monster, 1953, and this is I think this is the same thing. Victoria's telling us about it. Titanium sapphire sounds like an American gladiator. Yeah, maybe not. The condoms will melt. Well, it depends, Beck. It depends on how like what the condoms are made of and what wavelength they melt at. Hey, Bree, how's it going? Good to see you. Bree has she's buzzed right in here. Um, first in with the buzzer. Seriously, magnets. How do they work? Um, that's a line in one of my songs. I forget which song it is, but it ends with Ed Magnus. How the fuck do they work anyway? Anyway. I remember writing the lyric. I should find that song. Crystal's got to go listen to all of them and then post the link for it. That's totally not fucking true. That's not happening. Ollie, elbows up, Ollie. Yeah, Ollie, I haven't seen you too much recently. But in chats I have, and then Ollie, you've been on the bin a fair bit, I think, right? I think Ollie's on the bin podcast every once in a while, with Mikey Famine, and there's another guy that's on the bin. I forget the guy's name. Tim, Nick, Jimmy, Chico. I don't fucking remember. Anyway, I know, like, I've met Mikey online, and I don't know the other guy's name. I've totally fucked it up. And Ollie's a regular on the bin on Thursdays. That's right, regular on Thursdays, and yeah, on the bin. And I've tried to get back to being a regular on Slims, but like my timing has not worked out at all well. Tim, and Mark. Okay, so I remembered one of the names I remembered was right. Because I said Tim and Jim, right? Yeah, Tim. Okay. You know what? I'll get better remembering people's names eventually, but just right now isn't the fucking time. I don't know what to fucking do about it. Right after work every day is hard. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is like, so if I start work at like 4 or 5 in the morning, I'm very likely going to be finishing work like right as Slim's thing comes on. And Slim's is a lot of fucking fun. Um, yeah, Victoria. Yeah, Victoria. We see you in the chat there, and I try like even joining in the chat. And if I come home and my kids are there and they're doing shit, like if I make it home and I can spend time with my kids, I'm gonna do that if I can. If they're not busy with other stuff, sometimes I'll throw on Slims and listen. But other times, like I don't know. Sometimes my kids are getting older, right? So they want to do their own fucking shit. So if they're doing their own shit, I'll fucking do it. But like I can't play it in the background because like it's a little bit too something, right? You can't. Some of Slim's content isn't meant for children. That's just the way it is, right? Oh, thanks, Crystal, for posting the link to Slim's. So like Slim's is a lot of fun, little edgy, little off the wall. Slim's had some cool shows. I want to say one of the things I've enjoyed, whether I've been on the show or not, is meeting some of the people from Slim's life doing like carnival type stuff, and sideshow carnival. I guess that's what you call it. Anyway, I don't know if anyone could tell, but I'm getting fucking tired, so like I'm gonna have to wrap this up. I can't believe I went for over an hour. I was gonna do this for like 15, 20 minutes tops. And the fucking as the sun goes, you can tell the sun's going down. Eh? Anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming by, and I do want to say what I started out the show with is like, people can be fucking awful, or they can be fucking awesome, and most of us are a combination of the two. I don't know if I can make it to Baja Con, Ollie, but I do have to check that out. And if you're gonna be there, like, I'm gonna try my best to make it down there. I might even be able to get like a run where like I can go down, spend the day, and then come back. You join a circus when you're 18. Awesome, Beck. Hit the like button, lick and describe. Be be excellent to each other. And yeah, check out Baja Con. Baja Con is in my province. And not even that far from, like, I live in southwestern Ontario, so it's down that way. But I don't live really close. Anyway, thanks for coming by. It was great to see so many people. Love having people come by and say hi. It's Sarnia Thursday evening and Monday morning. So Ollie's gonna be. So Ollie, I'm gonna try to get. I go down to Sarnia pretty often. I might be able to get a run down there pretty easily. And like spend a day and then come on back. Yes, be excellent. Be excellent to each other. Be yeah. Be yourself. Be yourself, and don't blame others for being themselves. That's what I'm gonna say. I also feel like I look like Dunedin from that weird show. Read all about it, I think it was called. I don't fucking remember. It was a weird one. Anyway, it was fucking awesome, guys. Thank you so much.